What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So this is going to be a quick video on how to assemble coilovers. This DIY can be applied to strut and spring assemblies also. A lot of coilovers come pre-assembled, all ready to go, but for more specific applications you may need to assemble the coilovers yourself. For me, I had the TEIN Bases Z coilovers. They don't come with top hats, so you'll need to supply them yourself. One option is to remove the top hat from your stock strut and spring assembly. In my case, I just bought the top hats separately. This is mainly to reduce downtime when it's time to remove and install. This method can be applied towards Acuras and Hondas of the same vintage, but also many other car manufacturers that use the same suspension setup. First off, if you plan on using top hats from an OEM strut and spring assembly, it's gonna look something like this. Make sure to compress the springs safely, unbolt the top nut. You should then be able to remove the top hat and be good to go. Specifically in my case, I do have everything separate: coilovers, top hats, and hardware for the struts. I'm not too sure about other companies that make coilovers, but with TEIN, they do include some hardware with the coilovers. Here's the main rear coilovers. Unfortunately, I can't show you the fronts because they're already installed. They look slightly different, but they're generally assembled the same. TEIN provides you with the coilover strut, the springs, the bump stop, and the dust boot. And I did buy the strut mounting kit, which came with all the hardware that I need. I actually already have one coilover assembled, and here's what it looks like. We got the coilover strut, spring, and top hat. So first off, I do like to put the height to purchase right in the middle, just so that after it's fully installed, I can either raise it or lower it depending on what I like for the height. First up is the bump stop. Make sure it's installed just like this. Next up is the dust boot. Next up is one of the washers. If it's the OEM setup, it's going to be tapered right here, and it slots in perfectly in this indentation right here. Next up is another washer. After that is one of the rubber pieces facing up. Next up, the metal sleeve. Goes slots right in. Pretty much all the hardware in the middle is all set, so it's time to put in the spring. Next up is this rubber piece with the metal top hat. This one just slots right in and goes right in. Next up is the rubber piece facing down. Next up is this washer right here. It's a little curved and should be facing up. After that, finally the last piece is the locking nut. And that's pretty much it. As for the lock nut, you do want to torque it down a good amount, probably an inch or so down, just for safety. And that's pretty much it, guys. Now we have a coilover all fully assembled. Alright, so the main reason I'm getting another set of coilovers is because my current set is seized. The collars will not move, and in turn it is no longer height adjustable. I can try to break it loose, but it does take some work. One thing to do is regularly clean your coilovers. Spray it down and brush it off to remove any dirt, salt, or grime. Another way is to apply anti-seize to the threads. You do still need to clean it every so often though. Just a light coating is all you need. Lastly, make sure the threads are cleaned before adjusting the height so it doesn't get caked up in any way. If you didn't get the picture, cleaning the threads is very important. Alright guys, I really hope this information was helpful. When I bought my first set of coilovers, I was in the same situation but had no idea how to assemble them. There weren't any good videos out there that showed this, so I really hope this helps. Anyway guys, that wraps it up for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.